Welcome to the live stream. It is your boy, comedian Joshua Black, and it is a beautiful Sunday evening here on God's green earth. How y'all doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. We got a lot to talk about tonight, man. I'm feeling good. I got me a nice herbal tea, and tonight we are talking about the expense of a Basquiat painting. Lord have mercy. How much are they? Who's buying them? You know, these are one of the most expensive, most sought after, most valuable pieces in the art world, in the galaxy. So you know, as an art lover, as an artist myself, sometimes it's just inspiring to see this. It can be inspiring, and there's some critics that say it's art. The art world is getting too, I don't know. They say art does not belong in. It belongs to the people and not huge, rich capitalists. So there is nuance to expensive art and how it's not attainable. But also, I think it's interesting to see a black artist out of New York City die at the age of, I want to say 27, right? I think Basquiat died at 27, and to see paintings going for $100 million, $80 million, $30 million. Hell, I even think Jay-Z had a line in a recent song. I don't even know who the feature was, but he said, I think it was a Pusha T feature. He said, "I got your mansion on my wall. Are you kidding me?" He's like, "You think you trying to, like somebody trying to compare themselves to him?" He's like, I got your mansion on my wall." His Basquiat piece, him and Beyonce's Basquiat piece, was $4.5 million. We're gonna get into that too. So he got a $4.5 million. His was Empire. It was the black and gold one. We're gonna pull that up in a second. But we talking Basquiat prices, man. That right there was 200. We just getting started. We talking art. We talking, who do we know that even has one? You know, I found out today that Swizz Beats and his wife Alicia Keys have a Basquiat. That's dope. Lenny Kravitz got a cool one. He got one of the dopest photos with a Basquiat I've ever seen, because he got a fucking huge house. So shout out to all that black power, all that black artistry. I'm sipping tea tonight. I'm on the herbs, man. I'm staying away from the alcohol this week. Hope maybe for a while. You know, you ever have one of them nights where you turn up and then you wake up and you're like, nah, fam, this ain't it. This ain't it. You know what I mean? So Halloween, hopefully, you know what I mean, everybody got they hangover shaken off by now for Halloween. I know Halloween is Tuesday. However, Saturday just passed, and I felt like everybody turned up this weekend for Halloween. So that was dope. I was Pennywise for Halloween. That was some cool. But it was a last minute, so I ain't too proud of that. I didn't put too much into that. I'm gonna be honest with you. My Halloween outfit, I didn't put too much. I didn't put too much into that. It's Halloween season still. Gothic girls are ovulating right now, so you got to be careful out there. You got to be careful. You don't want to get caught slipping out there, bro. You mess with one of them gothics, and you know she's so fertile because it's October. It's just different. You mess with a gothic, she fuck around have triplets, and that was just supposed to be a little fling. You know, you thought it was gonna be a game. You just thought it was gonna be something. Now you with a very passionately sad person. You know what I mean? Passionately dark. Y'all got twins now. One of them's name is Satan Jr. This is the type of energy so you got to be careful, because Halloween's spooky's cool in October, but in the middle of July, I don't know if I want spooky energy, but that's what you're getting into. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. We're talking about Basquiat. How much are these Basquiat paintings, family? How much are they? Thank y'all for tuning in. Also, I want to talk about how overrated Batman is. I was on a beautiful walk today, and I was just thinking, man, how overrated that man is as a cartoon, as a character. Now, of course, the Batman movies are legendary. Dark Knight, incredible. This last one, Joker, incredible. Joaquin Phoenix, and it was all incredible. Heath Ledger, the GOAT. Hell, even Jack Nicholson, what was he the Joker? Yeah, he was the Joker. I think he got great villains as well. But what I do is I find myself always rooting for the villain when I'm dealing with Batman. I'm never rooting for Batman. We're gonna get into that But let's talk about this art, man. How much are these Basquiats going for? This is coming to us via I want to get it right, myartbroker.com. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here, man. I'm going to unlock this, make it a little bigger. This is dope. This is one of my favorite pieces by Basquiat. Uh-oh, this is G, y'all. Hold on. Can y'all not see you? Oh, well, G, they can't see you. Hey, girl. She wants to play. But anyway, yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces. I think mainly because my girl got me the Doc Martin Basquiat collab. I'm a huge fan of Doc Martin boots. Speaking of gothic women, I'm a huge fan of Doc Martin boots. Huge fan of Basquiat. So when they had that collab, it was only right, and I wasn't even up on it. She just dropped it off up on me. I think I might have heard it peripherally, you know what I mean? But I never really seen the kicks. But anyway, this is the painting that the collab was based off of with Doc Martin. Definitely check that out if you ain't seen it. I don't know if they got any more. I can't tell you to buy them, but definitely check the shoe out. But that's what makes it one of my favorite pieces. But anyway, this thing is going for $110 million, bro. $110,487,500. Each of those numbers are insane. If I take a comma off, it's still insane. If you told me it was 487,000, that's insane for a canvas painted on. You know what I mean? But that's how crucial that man is, man. So this one was made in 82. I think this one was sold in 84. It's called Untitled. Hold on. Who bought this? $110 million. All right, on May 8th, 1984, New York collectors Jerry and Emily Spiegel. We're going to have to look them up, fam. Sorry, that's too much bread. They bought Basquiat's Untitled from Christie's for, that can't be right, in 84. Oh, yeah, in 84, they bought it for $19,000. Wow. So in 84, this piece went for $19,000. Fast forward to May 18th, 2017, the painting was once again at auction almost 33 years later. I'm 33 years old. 33 years to the day of the previous sale. Oh, my girl said actually I'm 34. I'm 34 out here. I forgot. But hey, I made it past Christ year. Bidding started at $57 million. Golly. The bidding started at 57. Lord have mercy. That's a lot of bread, bro. But well deserved by that estate. I pray it goes straight to him. I don't know how that shit go. Bidding started at $57 million. And after more than 10 minutes of intense back and forth over the telephones, Untitled sold for $110.5 million, setting a new record price for Basquiat and for American artists. Lord have mercy. The buyer was billionaire Yusaku Maezawa, who also snapped up another masterpiece by Basquiat at Christie's a year earlier. Golly. This motherfucker cleaning up. Yusaku, let me hold some. Golly. All right, now, when I first encountered this painting, I was struck with so much excitement and gratitude for my love of art. I want to share that experience with as many people as possible, the Japanese collector wrote on Instagram. Gosh, shout out to Japan. God, they getting bread out there, apparently. Them Japanese boys getting paper, apparently, goddamn, because that's a lot of paper. He got two of them within a span of 2 years. And one of them was this one here, God, 2017. Only 10 of the works had broken the $100 million mark at the time. We're going to get into those. But golly, as you can see, man, these paintings ain't no joke. So shout out to Basquiat. Shout out to you if you're a visual artist out there, man. Your price is your price. Don't let nobody walk you down. When you at a if you're dealing with your gallery, you want to deal with respect with your gallery, because I done seen artists get too crazy. You know, they're so into the arts and they're not business savvy that they're sometimes delusional, and they're so delusion is not necessarily value. It needs to be a reasonable price for you and your dreams, what you think your art is worth. Also, reasonable is not necessarily a word you use when you're dreaming, But I just don't want to go the opposite way of, hell, I'm going to name my price. It's going to be $100 million. Basquiat did it. But hold on, fam. It's not that simple. You know what I mean? There's levels to it. But I'm just saying, don't let nobody understand that art is valuable. You don't want to get fucked out of no paper. That's my point. You'll never let nobody fuck you out of your paper. Meaning, like, I remember one time I was talking to somebody when I first started doing comedy, and I first started taking off here in Nashville, Tennessee, and people were throwing me stuff, and it was like I had no idea. And I was doing stuff that was kind of unprecedented here in Nashville to where there was no OGs, there was nobody to tell me, charge this, do that, you know, because the Titans had never asked them to do a commercial, or the soccer team had never asked them to do any content, or, you know what I mean, the lawyers were calling me asking to do content, and random businesses was, you know what I mean, it was all new. I told a dude one time, I said, he said, man, he asked me, he said, man, so what you going to charge me? And I told him the price. He said, oh, yeah, we can do that right now. I said, oh, fuck. That ain't good. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because I'm in my head like, damn, do I charge this? Do I charge that? I'm going to go with this. Maybe I hope that ain't too much. And then when a nigga say, oh, hell yeah, we can, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, take this little shit and go on home. I was like, fuck, bro. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So you gotta know your worth, is what I'm saying. Don't get fucked out of your paper, man. But that last Basquiat went for 110. Lord have mercy. I love this one right here, too, though. I love the colors in this one. This one went for $85 million. This one was also untitled and made in 1982. Lord have mercy. Let's break it down. Back at auction in 2022, Untitled managed to beat the artist's own record, selling for $85 million at Phillips in May. The arresting large-scale work sits among Basquiat's most iconic, exemplifying his expressive brushstrokes, as well as including his mask motif. Yeah, that is fire. And I love the size of that. Pause. That sounds crazy, but I remember I went to L.A. when they had that recent hurricane scare. Incredible. I talked about it a little bit before, but me and my girl had just gone out there just to kick it and vibe out. And this random hurricane hit. And, well, they said it was a hurricane. It was the first hurricane that ever hit L.A. in its history. And, of course, I'm out there trying to vacate and turn up. And they're like, we got to shut the city down because it's the first hurricane. I'm panicking. Don't nobody in L.A. give a damn. Ain't no hurricane. We don't care. My girl didn't care. The hotel didn't care. Nobody gave a damn except me. I'm panicking. I'm getting lights. I'm getting flashlights. I'm thinking these niggas got earthquakes and shit. I don't know what's going on out here. I'm just trying to make it back home safe, you know. Anyway, they had a Basquiat exhibit and a Keith Haring exhibit out there. I didn't get a chance to see both because of the hurricane. It kind of messed up our schedule a little bit. I ain't going to say messed up. We ended up staying in and watching Korean films all day and getting high. So that was incredible, honestly. But we didn't get to see the Basquiat exhibit. But when I saw the Keith Haring exhibit, it made me realize you see Keith, like seeing the work in person, it just hits different. Because a lot of this shit is massive. And the stuff that you see in the documentaries and the stuff that you see on Google and some of the art that you see just in books, magazines, it don't do this shit justice, bro. This piece is huge. And the Keith, when I was getting that Keith Haring exhibit, I believe it's still up right now. So if you're in L.A., if you visiting L.A. in the next, I don't know how long it's up, check in on that. I think it's at the Broad. No, it's at the Broad for sure. So check out that Keith Haring exhibit, and right next to it was the Basquiat exhibit. But, man, the pieces were massive. And the gallery that represents me, they went out to L.A. here recently, and when they went out there, they were telling me that the Basquiat pieces were just massive. So to see the massive Basquiat work when he finally got free and they said, hey, man, you can just do whatever the fuck you want to, and he just had these huge-ass paintings, bro, it hits different. So, yeah, shout out to this 85 milli. And Batman, speaking of this kind of remind me of Batman. We're going to get on Batman, too, bro, because y'all been really – and Batman has gotten slandered in the last few years, thank goodness, because everybody know he's probably Blue Lives Matter. Just if you just think about Batman like that, he's just a Blue Lives Matter ass. He's a cop, and I want to break down later the ridiculousness of him and how he shouldn't be. Don't put him on the pedestal with no Black Panther, with no Superman, with no X-Men, bro. Batman's not like that. So I want to get down to that, and of course, we're gonna get into, you know, the bisexuality of Robin and how if you ask me, I think. We're going to get into all that, bro. We're going to get into all that. But let's talk about these Basquiats, man. I'm excited. I'm getting inspired by just seeing this, first of all, because I'm cooking up new work for my I say my special, but I'm just working on a new hour. Just my first hour actually, because I've been doing comedy at this point for six and a half years, and I'm still in my infancy of comedy. So I feel like every 6 months, hell, I hate everything I got. Because I'm like, I don't feel like that no more. Or I don't like this no more. You know what I mean? I'm growing so much. You know what I mean? It's like I'm still finding my voice. I feel like once you find your voice, you can just start spraying out material. But now I'm still trying to hone in. I'm still trying to cook up, I'm still really honestly learning myself. And once, the more I learn myself, the more I figure out what I want to talk about, what I'm comfortable talking about, and what comes easier to talk about. And then that ends up being the funniest because it's the most true to me. But when I look at this, I think of a young, hungry motherfucker in New York that was trying to turn up and make it in a scene that he had never seen black people turn up in. And he was just cooking up in his own style. So seeing this just makes me want to just find my own style and cook up and just stay in the lane. And I was inspired by some stuff. I was watching an interview with D. Davis today, man. And he was just saying, and Corey Holcomb, both Chicago comics, love Chicago comedy. They produced and are producing still a lot of legends. But they were saying, man, just you gotta be you, and the more you are you, the less somebody can. Let me use the analogy Deion Cole used. It was another Chicago comic. I was just going through on a spiral today of Chicago interviews of that class of comedian. But he said if it was a wreck that happened and 5 comedians seen it, let's say it's Cheryl Underwood, Deion Cole, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Faison Love, and they all seen this car wreck, they would all have 5 different jokes on it. But it'd be the same car wreck, but because they're so different, get down. No, off, no ma'am. So I say that to say I want to learn myself more and get into more self, because the more self it is, the more original it is. You can't bite nobody. So I've been stopping looking at a lot of stand-up too. And a lot of people used to do that and they used to think that sound pretentious. I'm like, that shit, you know what I mean? What do you mean you don't watch comedy? This is what we do. But now I'm like, actually, I want to be so fucking original that you know what I mean? When you hear my voice, when you see me, when I hit that stage, my girl is turned. G, relax. That you know that this is something you never seen before. But anyway, let's talk about this, man. What up, Gary? What's up, huh? Good to see you in the live stream, homie. We in this thing. We talking about Basquiat paintings, and these things are expensive, homie. $50 million for the Sotheby's. I hate as much as Sotheby's done for the, art world, and I shout out to them for doing their thing, but I hate the name Sotheby's. That's a wild one to say, bro. Sotheby's. But anyway, this painting is called Sotheby's versus Medici, I believe. Let me make sure I'm getting it right. Hold on. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. It's called Versus Medici, and it was sold at Sotheby's. I'm sorry. But either way, this shit hard. And this one is going for $50 million, $820,000. This is nuts, man. Nuts. All right, let's see who the hell copped this and win for $50 million. This is a $50 million Basquiat right here. Another poignant work created when Basquiat was just 22 years old. Lord have mercy. This man cooked this up at 22. It's called Versus Medici. It's a testament to the artist's tenacity and confidence in rejecting established Western art historical tradition. That's deep, man. That's actually really deep. It's about to inspire me to start digging for inspiration outside of America in general. Because I love history and stuff, and I'm inspired by a lot of history, but a lot of it's African-American history or just American history in general. Just, how Americans, I think we're just all kind of self-centered. We think us is the only thing that matters, the only thing that you know what I mean? So I'm glad to have read that just now, honestly. Here we see Basquiat uprooting any notion of an old master's hierarchy by crowning himself successor to the art world's throne, one currently held by the artist of the Italian Renaissance. One of the stars of Sotheby's New York Contemporary Art Evening Auction on May 12, 2021, versus Medici, sold for $50 million. Though this is an earlier piece, we see Basquiat's signature style and visual language being used here. and a striking dramatic effect. Yeah, the colors are incredible on this. And $50 million is crazy, fam. Golly. Made this at 22. What were y'all making at 22? At 22, what was I doing? I think I had just started making music at that point, so I was trying to create something. But that would be insane if the old mixtape I made was going for 50 million. Lord have mercy. So shit, toast to that. I ain't drinking today, but toast to that. Oh man, shout out to Black Art. We in this thing. We getting into it tonight, man. It's Sunday, man. How was y'all Halloween? Tap in. You got candy left? Tap in. That little peanut butter shit does not count as no Halloween candy. I hate that. I hate the peanut butter candy, the black and orange. Y'all know that's gross. Our grandmama and them used to get that to us. And you would get the big bag of candy for Halloween, and then at the end of the damn bag, you know you got that damn orange and black peanut butter. And then you got the, or like, you know, you get the Starburst, the double pack of Starburst, and you just got to hope you're getting a double red or a pink and red, or at least one pink, one red. A lot of times you get in those Starbursts and you get a double orange, a yellow orange, a double yellow, God forbid. So hopefully, man, y'all, you know, hey, brush your teeth and floss, man. Don't get too caught up in all this candy, man. Don't get, because I'm bad with it too. I see some candy. I don't even really like candy and sweets like that for real. But I see candy and just get just because it's there. And I'm not even no sweets dude. I'm way more of a savory dude than I am like, let's just get some sweets. I'll randomly, you know what I mean? I'll randomly dabble. And with chocolate in any form, I can only do chocolate maybe once a year. I ain't Hershey's. What I like cracking open a Hershey's Kiss or a damn chocolate cupcake. I ain't in all that, bro. But, you know, be careful with the candy. One of my favorites is a sleeper. I'm going to tell you what people really sleep on. They really sleep on the fake Tootsie Rolls. Hold up. Wait a minute before you judge. G, get down somewhere. Get down. No. G, go lie down. The fake Tootsie Roll. I'm talking about the Tootsie Roll, the small boys that come in light blue, lime green, red, yellow. You know what the hell I'm talking about, bro. The fake Tootsie Rolls go crazy. Now, I don't know why after 20, 30 years of having this girl is turned up. Gee, This girl on the Adderall tonight. You know, made me lose my damn train of thought. We talking about candy. We have to get her darn, let's give you some Benadryl or something, G. She'll probably fight through the Benadryl. She be so hyped. Shout out to everybody out there with Dalmatians. Y'all know the struggle. They stay a puppy. She gonna be 15, still acting like a pup. But you gotta love it though. We talking about Basquiat. We talking about how much are they, man? They never really tell us this. They never really tell us, you know, regular folk, how much these paintings are actually going for, man, how much they cost. Let's go to this right here. What's this one called right here? For in this case, perhaps? Hold on. I'm learning with y'all. We learning together as a family, goddamn. All right. Let's make this a little bigger. This is hard, too. I love the colors he uses, man. God, well, I have his talent with the color. Hold on. Let me make this a little bigger. All right, here we go. Curator Fred Hoffman. What up, Fredrino. He wrote that what drew Basquiat to depicting the human form was his fascination with the face as a passageway from exterior physical presence into the hidden realities of man's psychological and mental realms. The artist's monumental work in this case is a testament to this. I think that was very poetically said. I'm going to just leave it at that. I don't know if that's real or not. I don't know if that's true, but I like that. I don't know if that's his interpretation or if Basquiat really felt that way. His fascination with the face was a passageway from exterior physical presence to the hidden realities of man. Sometimes I don't be thinking it's that deep, but maybe it was, because he did have fascination with faces, and he did read a lot of Gray's Anatomy books, and he had a fascination with the human body in general. He just loved the anatomy of the human body. So maybe that's real, but it sounds like he just put a little sauce on that. Maybe I'm being too dismissive. All right, painted when Basquiat was just 22 years old. Golly, that boy was cooking when he was 22. There is a sense of immediacy and urgency here. Facts. Amplified by the deep palette, jagged line work, and overlapping sketches that have become so associated with the artist's style. In the case, which this is called, it recently sold for, I don't know how many, I don't give a fuck about the francs. How many dollars was it worth? Oh, 81. Another 80, Lord have mercy, 81 million for this. 81 million for this Basquiat. I don't know when was this one sold, though? I don't think they put a year on this. 2021 at Christie's. This sold 2 years ago for $81 million. And earlier in the article, it says that the Basquiat, hold on, it's still growing. The average value of Jean-Michel Basquiat's artwork has experienced a 30% growth over the last 5 years. 30%. So the fact that it's 81 now, that's not really even true. That's what it was. That man ain't finna sell that, or that woman ain't finna sell that for no 81. That's probably finna go for another hundo. That's gonna be another triple. That shit is crazy, bro. So this one is a nice 81. I want to take a break. We're gonna talk about we got lots more Basquiat to get to, a lot more cool paintings, a lot more money we talking. I want to talk about a few people dope people in hip hop that have Basquiat. So I want to talk about Lenny Kravitz's Basquiat, when he got it, how much that bitch was worth, because that shit is huge and it's incredible. And shout out to the Lenny Kravitz sweater. That should be in a museum itself. I don't know how real that meme was of that nigga in that big ass carpet that was supposed to be a sweater. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I want to talk about Batman. I just think the man has been getting too much. You know, he gets the best movies. You know, he don't even really have the best fit. But let's break down what Batman is. Okay, well, better yet, let's break down what Superman is. Superman is a freak of nature. He can fly, and kryptonite will kill him, but he got super strength. He can fly through the air. He can pick you up, throw you down the street like a football, flash. He can run around the world in 5 seconds 10 times, bro. X-Men, Wolverine, niggas is healing himself. Batman just got a bag. He just has a bag. That's it. Now, do you respect the man with a bag? Of course. You respect the man, he got a bag, but do we even know how he got it? Wasn't that inherited or some shit? I ain't trying to dismiss the man, but whose bag really even is it? He got a Trump bag? Did his daddy just drop it off and tell him, you know what I mean? Because that don't count. I mean, it's dope. Well, I ain't going to say it don't count. I ain't going to say it don't count. Because I plan on leaving my son a bag and a blueprint. And he going to shake it. I can promise you that. So I ain't going to say that don't count. But I'm saying, do we know Batman for being a hustler? I don't think so, bro. I don't, you know what I mean? Was he really getting to that bag, or was that bag handed to that man? Because if so, that's good, and he should do his thing with that bag, but we have to stop respecting him as a bag grabber. Do we know him as, did he take what his pops gave him and did he flip it? Did he make something of it? I don't know. How did Batman get his paper? Because that's all he got. He can't do nothing. What type of nigga get bread and just fight crime? That's what you do in your free time? Nigga drop you off $5 billion right now. You gonna hop in a whip, you gonna hop in a Bentley, fire that hoe up, and then roll through the hood looking for criminals? This nigga's a goofy. And it's just time I like the movies. So I'm not trying to say let's get rid of Batman. I'm saying let's start putting the focus more on, like, and that's what they starting to do. You'll see the niggas really starting to love the Joker. We ain't had a good Batman that we rocked with in a while. I love Christian Bale as Batman, whenever the hell that was or wherever that was. But we ain't had a good Batman in a while. We've been liking the good Jokers now. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get back to Basquiat in a minute. If you just tuned in, it's your boy Joshua Black, comedian Joshua Black. In fact, if you're new to the channel, I am not new to this. I'm new to you, comedian out of Nashville, Tennessee, doing my thing. Been doing it for a minute here. Sold out my comedy club here in Nashville 12 times in a row. Doing a new show here soon, probably late December. We're going to do some Christmas shit because I'm working on some new time. I got Chicago in January, Knoxville coming soon. I'm hitting Huntsville, Atlanta in November. I'm turning up, and the journey is just getting started, and I want to thank you for joining at the genesis of it. This is now, I think, my first month streaming. I think it'll be in a few days. So we are a month into this thing. But we on some pioneer shit. It's not too many stand-up comedians right now that are on streaming at all, if any. I know a few that play with it every now and then, but this is absolutely uncharted waters and new territory, and I'm a beast on this microphone, and it ain't going nowhere. So you tapped into something that's going to be real, and it's something that's going to be here for a while. I can guarantee you, and I can promise you that. The reason I can promise you that is because I ain't got nowhere else to go. Ain't nothing else to do. I had an incredible job, and I quit because it was in the fucking way of the dream. Long story short. So now I'm balls to the wall chasing the dream, and that's what the fuck it is, man. So I truly do appreciate y'all support because this is all I got, and this all we doing, goddamn. So thank you, and welcome to the chat. We in the building, and we're talking about Basquiat paintings going for big bread. This one we already went over that one. I think that sold again, though. Is that why it's up? Is that why that's up? I think that sold twice. Let me go back and see. Hold on. What did we say it was sold for the first time? Because one of these might have sold, let's say it sold in 2018 for this much, and then, in 2022 it sold again. Let me make sure. 30, I might be tripping. No, I don't think we went over this yet. This one is, oh yeah, I feel like we did, though. Maybe I got the same picture in there. This one right here, flexible, 45,313,000. This is insanity. I love this. I don't even know what kind of, let's make this a little bigger. I want to zoom in on this one. This one was made in 1984 as well. Lord have mercy, this thing is hard. Pause. Let me try to make this a little larger. Yeah, flexible. Going for 45 M's. Lord have mercy. Could we all not just use one good M right now? Just one good M and M. You know what I mean? Can I get 1 million from you right now? And they spending 45 on art, which is incredible for the art industry and the art world, and preferably the artist, most importantly. Now let's break this down. This one right here is flexible. Flexible, which Basquiat painted on a picket fence. Wow. Found outside his New York studio. Was expected to sell for 20 to 30 million at Phillips in New York on May 17th, 2018. It achieved 45.3 million, becoming the star lot of the night and contributing 34% of the auction's total. Of course, God, what else was they selling? This shit was 45 million and it's only 34% of the damn auction? Shit. Proceeds from its sale will be used by Basquiat's estate to foster his artistic and cultural legacy. Lord have mercy. Cheers to that. Lord have mercy. They say this money is going, and hell, take something for yourself. Shit. I know we got to say all that every time, hell. But when I'm gone and my art's living I want my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids, I want y'all turning up and doing your thing out here. Don't be stupid with your bread or with my bread. But, and we got to continue the legacy because that's how we going to all eat. We got to make sure the legacy lasts for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years after we all gone. So we got to make sure the legacy is complete, the legacy is legit, the legacy is reserved and taught and preserved. But turn up too. Turn up too. And maybe they turning up, they just don't want to tell nobody. They just saying, look, we're going to take this money and throw it right back in the business. That sound cool. But if Basquiat's mama or grand cousin or something want to turn up, bro, go on, turn up one good time, bro. I don't know if that's good advice or not, but I'm telling you to go ahead and do that. Now, this right here, that's one of my favorites, too. I didn't know this was entitled this until today. I can't hit play on this, but it's called Dust Heads if you want to go check it out. Dust Heads. You've seen it before if you're familiar with Basquiat's work. This shit is dope, though. This is a picture of them actually in the auction about to sell it. $48 million for this one. Golly, fam. $48 million for the Basquiat. Let's go ahead and break this down. What the hell were they talking about in here? I didn't know he called it Dust Heads. That's hilarious as fuck. Hold on, let's break. What happened with Dust Heads? All right. Estimated between 25 million and 35 million, Dust Heads soared past expectations to achieve 48.8 million at Christie's 15th of May 2013, setting a new record price for Basquiat at the time. God. And we done already hit prices that was double this. And this was breaking records in 2013. So, I feel like it only gets more expensive. Like, his pieces only gain value. So, that was 2013. Ain't no telling how much this shit worth now or if somebody even bought it again. The previous record for a Basquiat painting was 26.4 before this one sold. Golly. and that was set in 2012, just a year before. So a year before this was sold, his price was $26 million, which is also insane as fuck. And then here you see a year later, it's damn near double. Dust Heads was the third most expensive lot of the post-war and contemporary evening, which totaled a staggering $495 million. Golly. It's a lot of money in this art world. Lord have mercy. I guess the question is, how much and what percentage are the artists actually getting? Because I don't see too many artists piped up out here. I see a few. But I feel like that should be another discussion too. Out of this huge industry, it's almost like the porn industry. They say it's $1 billion industry, and everybody doing the fucking is just getting the crumbs. Like, maybe that's just capitalism in general. Keep forgetting I'm out of that damn. I'm out of that tea. But I want to explore that one day. How much of this is going to the artists and the estates? We are in a new era of the art market. Golly, that's crazy. So that's $48 million. Speaking of all that freaking Halloween candy, I'm about to grab some, bro. I'm about to grab. You know what I'm a fan of when it comes to Halloween? I'm a fan of those the suckers, the caramel apple suckers. I'm just a fan of caramel apple in general. Especially in the fall, you get you a Honey Crisp, slice that thing down. And then I remember one time I went to, I don't know if that was Atlanta or here in Nashville. I got a caramel apple. It was in Atlanta, and you had the little, they put some little chop thing, and it chopped it into little bitty cubes. And because one thing I don't like is a mess when I'm eating. That's why if I go to Wingstop or something, you get some dope wings from somewhere. I don't like wet. I mean, I'll eat it, and I'll enjoy it. But a wet-ass sauce, I don't want no wet-ass sauce. So even with a caramel apple, sometimes you eat that thing, and it just, after a while, it overwhelms you. But I went to Atlanta, nigga, they had that little slicer. Hit that motherfucker twice, and I could eat them like sunflower seeds. An apple, I'm eating an apple like sunflower seeds. I'm throwing them hoes back. I got there. But yeah, man, happy Halloween to you bastards, man. We out here. Here we go. Golly, I think this is the most expensive one we've seen. My God, this is the Warrior. And it also might be the coolest one that we've seen. This is Warrior. Warrior, $320 million. My God. Basquiat himself declared that 1982 was the year in which he made the best paintings ever. Wow. And with his work Warrior setting the record in 2021 for the most expensive Western artwork sold in Asia. Perhaps he was on to something. Golly, what the fuck are they? Them boys over there in Asia getting that paper. This is another one. Golly. This one sold for $320 million in a live streamed auction from Christie's Hong Kong on March 23rd. Warrior depicts a male figure wielding a sword. The warrior, often interpreted as being the artist himself, outspoken in his beliefs about racial division and the constraints placed upon him by traditional Western art. The raw imagery and symbolic character of the warrior draws parallels to Basquiat. And yeah, that's opinion. That's dope too, though. I like that. But yeah, that's incredible, dude. $320 million. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that in my life for no art ever. So that's an incredible feat. I think making anything, like you hear businesses that have been up and running and taking care of communities for decades that don't sell for that. You know what I mean? Like a good business in a town, hell, that's more than some fucking. I'll have to assume I ain't in architecture, nigga. Y'all tell me if it's cap, but that sound like skyscraper. At least in some small town, that's a skyscraper. A skyscraper? A skyscraper. You know what I mean? That one piece, $320 million. Just give me a piece of the paint, nigga. Just give me the wood off the back of the canvas. $320 million for Warrior. That's legendary. And then the stat was the most expensive American piece to sell in Asia. Does that mean? I need to know, cause let's just find out. This might be outdated too. You never know. Something might have happened last night. I'm gonna ask, what's the most What's the most? Because that seems like a lot of money. What could sell higher than that? How much is a Picasso? What's the most expensive painting ever sold in America? What? Oh, a Da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci, Salvatore Mundi, 450 million. Okay. So that ain't too far off, honestly. That's crazy too. 450 million for a Leonardo da Vinci. This was 350. And I got a feeling the next time this sells, it'll be that. So I don't know how long Da Vinci gonna hold that title. And hell, maybe that nigga will sell that Da Vinci and that'll keep flipping out. I'm not trying to value for value, buck for buck, but damn, fam. But while I'm on it, man, let's go ahead and talk about the reality of Batman and Robin. You know, it's been rumored, you know, is Robin gay? I want to say the makers of Batman have finally made him bisexual or something. You know, y'all seen that when they made Robin bisexual. A lot of the old Batman fans were mad. A lot of the old people were mad. A lot of people just mad in general. They said, leave that alone. Don't make that boy gay. And then they said the same thing with Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie here recently, they tried to make Bert and Ernie gay, and people been saying, hey, don't make Bert and Ernie gay. And they said the same thing about Robin. Don't make Robin gay. Robin been gay from day one, and everybody been knew that, bro. Stop playing around. Robin is a gay man. Bert and Ernie is gay men. Stop the playing. You ain't got to tell the children if you don't want to. But them folk, Bert and Ernie were grown men doing that, bro. You ever they stayed at each other's house in the same bed, low-key, my nigga. Right next to each other, tucking each other in at night type shit. They grown. You sleep in the same room with a man when you're grown? For 10 seasons? They making Bert and Ernie gay. Bert and Ernie been on that shit, bro. You just found out. Streets been knew about them niggas. Robin, they making Robin bisexual. No. They just telling you. They ain't making him a damn thing. That boy had on tights, running around here with a billionaire 3 times his age. He's a sick man. Because I don't know how old that boy Robin really was. We're going to have to find the comic books and actually see how old Robin was. Because you ask me, he's a little fast. What are you doing? If you want to be with Batman, my brother. I'm not going to stop no grown man from being with who he want to be with. But how old was Robin when Batman found that man? Let's just hope he was of age. But I think that boy Robin, that boy running around all day in tights with and green draw underwear, green tighty whities, greeny weenies, if you will. He riding around with this nigga Batman. Who G Willikers? Who Slimmity Slinky Batman? Who talk like that? Jiminy Cricket. Come on, bro. Ain't the owner of Baskin Robbins gay? I think they gay too. Baskin Robbins, Batman Robin, same type of shit, brother. It is what it is. If you didn't want to accept that, just don't accept it. But don't get mad at the Marvel niggas or whoever made Batman. Don't get mad at them for keeping it 100 with you. It's like, come on, man. I just don't like to say that. And I don't even want to bring this up. Y'all gonna say I'm crazy. I know a nigga at the barbershop, because they was at the barbershop, niggas talking about, man, they sexualizing the M&Ms now. On the, you know, because niggas got a conspiracy every time. They sexualizing the M&Ms now. We look on the screen, and Eminem got heels on. And, you know, and then now that, you know, she was walking, I said, man, and they was like, man, they even sexual. I said, nigga, you would have smashed that M&M if it walked through here. You're a horny bastard. I know you. Don't get mad at, like, we done seen girls walk through the barbershop and we done had to tell your ass calm down. Stop doing that, OG. We done had little kids come in, they mama come in, and you being so inappropriate, the little kid got to say, that's my mama. And you ain't even been on that drink. So slow your roll, brother. Yeah, he sexualized. You love everything sexualized. My nigga, don't act like they sexualizing that. Nigga, you're a sexualizer. If anybody should fuck with it, it's you. He sexualizing. That sound like the niggas at the YMCA. Old head. You go to the YMCA, old head being there man, they doing all this gay shit now, man. They do making everything gay. I said, my nigga, your ass naked right now, dripping wet from the shower. You come out the shower, don't dry off or nothing. You go straight from shower, dripping wet, to the locker and want to talk to me about politics where your dick is swinging and your balls are still in the shower because they long as hell. I don't want to know that, but I know it. You ass naked. I'm looking on my phone. What the fuck? You ever looking at your phone in a while until you see one of them old niggas and they talking, man, things is too gay around here. Nigga, I'm just wondering about you, my brother. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, it's just like I'm just tired of this. Batman been getting a lot of this like, man, Batman really that one, and Batman ain't shit. And we need to find out how old was Robin when he brought that man to that Batmobile. How did he meet Alfred? Who are these niggas? As the great poet Tommy Davidson once said, who are these niggas? Who are they? Where have they been? What did they find? I think Alfred might have been with his family, but Batman is a sketchy dude, if you ask me. What type of nigga just be looking for criminals when you got all this bread? If you ask me, you should be trying to figure out not how to stop crime, but how to commit crime. And why don't you ever find no rich criminals? Or maybe he do. I don't really even watch Batman like that, bro, just because I don't believe it. I'm always rooting for the bad guy, and he make me feel like I'm bad. My girl told me one time, she said, man, you got to chill. We was watching Captain Phillips. And I'm in there rooting for them niggas to take everything. I said, man, take everything. I'm rooting for the African niggas. Tom Hanks in there crying. He's like, man, yeah, shoot that nigga. I'm in there, shoot him. But you know, I got a tendency to root for the bad guy in the movie, not in real life. You know what I mean? But that's why sometimes with Batman, I just feel like I'm rooting for the Penguin. I don't even fuck with the Penguin like that. But when I look at Batman, I'm just like, that nigga ain't for real, man. But let's keep going. We're talking about the beautiful art world of Jean-Michel Basquiat. One of the greatest gifts that God has given to this world is Jean-Michel Basquiat, if you ask me. Shout out to New York for birthing him. I think he's Brooklyn. Forgive me if he's not. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Basquiat. I gotta make it to an exhibit. If that exhibit is still in L.A., please make sure you see that. And goddamn, just tag me in it when you pull up, because I done seen, the pictures and stuff, but if you go in there, man, tag me in one. Just say, hey, bro, I'm in here. I'm holding it down for you. I want to see it. You know what I mean? Till the next time I get to L.A. If it's a miracle and I go back out there before the exhibit's out, I'm definitely going to fuck with it, bro, but I ain't get a chance, and I'm low-key high. So if you're on the West Coast, man, definitely check that out and take a picture for your boy. Let's get into this one right here. This one's going for $40 million. I love the colors of this one. It's just kind of feel like, and we in Halloween. I feel like all these kind of feeling spooky tonight. Am I bullshitting? This one's right here called The Guilt of Gold Teeth. I love that as a name. God, that's hard as hell. Let's break this down. Hold on. The Guilt of Gold Teeth went for 40 M's. The Guilt of Gold Teeth. Like many of Basquiat's paintings, The Guilt of Gold Teeth combines a visual amalgamation, literally that's what the word says, of symbols, words, and mystic figures to a unique effect that has become synonymous with the artist's work. Considered to be a portrayal of the contrast between the experiences of being rich and poor, it is unsurprising that the dollar sign motif recurs across the work. Okay, that's dope. That was a great interpretation of that. Let me try to make this a little bigger. I think that was a pretty solid explanation. Hopefully that's real. Sometimes people be interpreting stuff. It's like they say it with so much confidence, you just know that's what's up. But it's like, man, I don't know if that nigga was thinking that. That's what you said. But I actually do like that. I think, and a lot of times the curators in these Basquiat's exhibits, and that's who's a lot of times doing the talking in this article, they do be knowing. But I think this is incredible. I love his use of text. Love the insane lines. The fact that he lets it drip, pause, some of that paint. And if this is true, if it's about being rich and poor, I like that. I love the top hat. It kind of reminds me of like Monopoly and shit and capitalism in general. I like that a lot, man. This one went for 40 M's. I don't think they told us who bought it. Let me see. November 2021, this painting. Nah, they ain't say it. Who the fuck bought this one for 40? I wonder if the Asians got another one under their belt. All right, who we got right here? All right, this one is golly. I feel like it just keeps getting higher. Hold on. This one is untitled, made in 1982, $289 million, 316,000. Hold on, this is insane too. My God. Let me try to find the description of this shit. I lost it just now. Somebody called. I don't think I've ever seen this one, actually. I'm going to make this a little bigger. Hold on. I don't think I've ever seen this one. This is crucial here. $289 million for the untitled piece. Sold at Sotheby's, Hong Kong as a part of Contemporary Curated Age in 2021. The Basquiat's Untitled is one of the most monumental explosive works. Many see this as the culmination of Basquiat's hugely successful artistic output so far, particularly considering that the artist posed in front of this work for his famous 1985 New York Times Magazine. Oh, that's where I've seen, and when he had the helmet on, low-key. I think I have seen this. 3 wooden panels provide the base for Basquiat's signature use of bold color and semi-abstraction, which combine to form a vibrant exploration of cultural identity and conflict between African heritage and traditionally white art. Yeah, that's fire. Damn, I think I did see this in that article. Could be cap. But anyway, this one's going for $289 million for the Basquiat. Somebody put half in with me. Somebody put half up. You give it to him, and then I send mine once we get it. But this one right here is going for $289 million. Let's see what else we got on here. This right here is called La Horror. This one's awesome. I feel like if you Google Basquiat, this is one of the first ones to pop up. I like this one right here. I saw this one actually hit the timeline a lot during George Floyd. I don't know if that's what he was trying to get off about police brutality. A lot of times I think when you see him mentioning cops, it is about that because him and Keith Haring were good for speaking out against police brutality. But hold up. This one's called La Horror. Painted in 1981, La Horror derived from jara, the Puerto Rican slang term for cop. I ain't know that. A jara. All right. Let's see. For the African-American graffiti artists like Basquiat, police brutality, yep, I told you, police brutality was a constant threat. Still is, goddamn. 1983, he painted the death of Michael Stewart in remembrance of street artist Stewart. That's the one who died in the subway, I think, who died at the hands of police early that year. It could have been me, Basquiat said. All right, now, La Horror soared past its $22 to $28 million estimate, and it sold for 35 M's at Christie's in New York in 2017. My God. Of course, they didn't put who bought that. They only do that sometimes. Maybe the only people that's making it public are the people who like to flex. So I can appreciate them for goddamn letting us know. This one's fire right here. This one went for $37 million. It's called The Field Next to the Other Road. I definitely haven't seen this one before. That's fire. Golly. The Field Next to the Other Road. Hold on. Now, The Field Next to the Other Road was offered at Christie's in New York on May 13th, 2015, where it sold for $37. This was in 2015. God, and it was estimated to sell at $25. First of all, who's doing all the estimation? Nigga, you wrong every time. Maybe they lowballing it just so they can get the article to say that, but damn, nigga, you're wrong every time. But golly, these are more expensive than I thought. I ain't gonna lie to you, I did not expect that. Flesh and Spirit, this one's going for 30 M's. When did they sell this one? This was made in 82 or 83, they're not sure. I'm gonna make this one bigger. It's got a lot more details, and I'm gonna read the breakdown of it from the article. Once I get it blown up here. This is insanity. Hold on. Golly. 30 M's. 30 M's for Flesh and Spirit. Now, considered an altarpiece for the modern age. You mind rolling up one for me? I was talking to my Dalmatian. She about to roll us up one. Considered an altarpiece for the modern age, Basquiat's Flesh and Spirit drew inspiration from the altarpiece. I can't vouch for that. The title references Robert Farris Thompson's Flash of the Spirit, African and African American Philosophy. Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out when the fuck this was. Oh, it's 2018. I'll make it a little smaller now. All right, so that went for $30 million in 2118. Basquiat, who had a Puerto Rican and Haitian ancestry. That's right. Incorporated African cultural motifs into his art throughout his career. Flesh and Spirit was purchased by a private collector in the year it was created, 1983, and did not come to auction until 35 years. Golly, where it sold for almost $31 million at Sotheby's in 2018. So this one went for, Lord have mercy, she's all on my Xbox controller. But anyway, that one went for $30 million. It's up there, G. Just relax, sit down somewhere. All right, let's go to the next one. Golly, that estate should be cooking for the rest of our life. As long as humans are alive, the Basquiat estate should be straight. And thank God. And I appreciate them for being so intentional with their, them and the Keith Haring estate is very particular, but also very kind of liberal in their collaboration. They collab a lot, but somehow they keep the brand from being cheap. So shout out to the Keith Haring estate as well as the Basquiat estate, because I love, you know, how the Keith Haring exhibit was curated was incredible. The rooms were incredible. The pieces were put together so perfectly, and even the merch on the way out was incredible because it's fucking affordable, and it's actually dope shit. You know what I mean? So that's why, and I know that was Keith Haring's whole thing, and I'm sure Basquiat wasn't mad at that either, with people actually being able to touch the art and have the art. You know what I mean? Like, I think I got a Crooks and Castles, and I'm sorry, it's Diamond Supply. Diamond Supply and Keith Haring collab T-shirt, like a streetwear T-shirt. Of course, I'm in California, it's a streetwear capital, but I had the Diamond and Keith Haring collab. I had a dope poster, which I need to grab. I came home and got that shit framed in August, and these niggas still ain't hit me with that. I got a Keith Haring poster. It was just a show, saying, it was like a show poster. But me and my girl be collecting posters from different shows we go to. I got that thing framed, and I still ain't got it. What the fuck? But anyway, man, shout out to the estate for doing their thing. Because that merch, I mean, I could have spent everything in there. Like, once you go to a gift shop, sometimes that shit be goofy, it'd be stupid, a keychain or just something dumb. But everything in there was legit dope. They had, like, chairs and just, like, random dope shit. But it was the end of the vacation, thank God. So I didn't want to keep splurging. I just got me a cool little poster. And that's a good thing, bro, by the way. That's a good little hack. Grab a poster. But see, the thing, when you have like a show or something, but sometimes niggas don't be doing it. I'm finna start selling all posters in my shows. If you go to a show of mine from here on out, I'm doing posters as well as merch. And I'm just colliding that on in because it's art. Not a poster, just me on a mountain type shit, but something artistic. You know what I mean? But anyway, this one's going for, oh my God, Untitled, One-Eyed Man or Xerox Face. $234 million, $290,000. Lord have mercy. $234,290,000 for this Basquiat. Let's go to the breakdown. My God. On May 24th, 2021, Basquiat's Untitled, One-Eyed Man or Xerox Face went up for auction at the 20th. It went up at Christie's in Hong Kong. An intense bidding war ensued. That's what I want to see. I want to be a part of a bidding war. Like, I want to be like, oh, you raised the little thing. Nah, motherfucker. And then you look at the dude like, nigga, you really trying to play with me? 200. Do I hit 2? Do I hit 3? Do I hit, nigga? Do I hit 5? Sold to the real nigga in the back with the glasses. You know what I mean? But anyway, an intense bidding war ensued at the convention for this 1982 painting between the art industry heavyweights, ending in a definitive sale of 234 million, utterly disseminating its pre-sale estimates of 15 million. They thought this was gonna go for 15. The person that is estimating these, at this point, I don't know if this nigga's trying to. Who are you? I think this nigga trying to just make it low so he can get in on the bid. That's something I do. They're like, how much you think this gonna go for a shit? Probably about $17, man. So you probably don't even want this one. You know what I mean? You don't even want this one, fam. It's probably just that way I can afford it. Because you don't come, you just think it's cheap. That's probably what bro doing. Because no way you thought this was going to be. Oh, but you know what probably happened? It was probably staying around 15, 16, and then thank you. And then the bidding war ensued. And then the niggas' ego, you know what I mean, start breaking it. Like, oh, hold on, what you said, nigga, it was going to be 15, 16. Then now it's 20. Now it's 25. Now it's 26. You know what I mean? Now we, because of the ego, because, you know what I mean, they got ladies in there now, we can't lose. You paying 34, I'm paying 34. It went up to $234 million. So shout out to the nigga. And then I feel like whenever it go over 100, we don't know who sold it. Who bought it? No. But this one specifically, I'm going to find out who bought this. Let's find out who bought this and see what the hell they do. Who can afford a $234 million? Hold on. What's this called? Oh, it's called Untitled. It's going to be kind of hard to find. One-Eyed Man. I'm going to call it One-Eyed Man. Hold on. Who bought Basquiat Untitled One-Eyed Man for $234 million? Who did that? Let's see. Hold on. It might be hiding. You know how these rich niggas do. Hold on. A Japanese billionaire. Oh, it's the same nigga from last time. Oh, this nigga going crazy. Yasuku, whatever that nigga name was. Hold on. It said, it sold to Yasaku Mazawa. We mentioned him earlier. A Japanese billionaire. Oh, he a billionaire. He don't give a fuck about that little 234. He acquired the piece for a staggering $234 million. He's known for his passion of art. This is Yusaku. He has made headlines for his high-profile art purchases. He plans to display the artwork in his private museum in Japan, where it can be appreciated by art enthusiasts from around the world. Damn, son. That's his second time being on the list. Hold on. What we got, bro? You said, because in their prime, they were for the streets. And luckily, the owners of the estates keeps their art accessible in places where they would be. You could see them in sneaker shops. Yeah, that's dope, though. You think that's good or bad? I think that's my question. My question is, do you think that's good or bad? I think that's dope. And you're right though, bro. They were about the people and they were in them streets, and that's the dope part about that's the dope part about that state. I appreciate you chiming in with that. That's real shit. Because they were about that. And I think as artists, we all should be, to a degree. You don't ever want to get to a place where it's like only rich people can appreciate what you're talking about. Me as a comedian, I don't think I can ever get to that place, because as a comedian, we can't take ourselves too serious. You know what I mean? That's why it's a very humbling job to do. You know what I mean? Because you have to fail to get good so much, so you can't be on too much of a high. You can, but if you're really working and trying out new and experimenting, that shit is humbling. And I think you always, no matter how rich you get, like Chris Rock is rich as fuck. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, his artwork is for the average man. The average nigga with a regular job at the factory or down at the donut shop is fucking with Chris Rock. It's not only, you know what I mean, accepted and loved and enjoyed and appreciated by the rich just because he's rich. You know what I mean? So I like when art is kind of Banksy'd out. You know what I mean? When it's deliberately for the masses and for the people. And I think we should all have something that a motherfucker can just grab for $20 that's still dope. I ain't gonna say $20. Something affordable that's still dope, though. Because one thing you don't want is something cheap that's cheap. You see what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be, that's why I always grab posters when I do shows. Because posters gonna cost me about $12. $15, $20 max. I give me a poster. I go to my frame shop. I frame that thing up. Now, mind you, because lumber's high, blah, 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 that is expensive, honestly, about $100, $150 to frame it. You know what I mean? But you can go to Amazon and get one for $20 if you want to. But once I started doing visual art and they started framing my shit and putting the UV glass on it, I just fell in love with it, and I love seeing shit framed. I'll show y'all some of my art pieces I got up, some one stream. Not tonight. I don't feel like taking that shit off the walls. But yeah, you can just grab a poster and put that shit on get Amazon, bro. Get a frame for Amazon for like $20. And now that whole thing was $30, $40. And it's a piece of art that's gonna stay with you forever. And if you real, nigga, get aggressive and see if that nigga can sign that thing for you. See if whoever can sign it or make it special. Maybe you and your girl can sign it, or you know what I mean? Make it special and make it last forever. All right, hold on. Yo, Raheem says That's great. I love that the youth gets exposure to artists of older generations on clothing. It's a hoodie with Keith Haring art, not just some logo. Absolutely. And it feels like I'm wearing a piece of art. I'm not just fucking, you're exactly right. I don't feel like I'm just, when I get a Keith Haring hoodie, because the estate is taking so precious care of that and keeping the taste up while making it acceptable. Because I think that's the hard thing about it. You can keep that, the taste high easily when it's expensive as fuck. But trying to make something affordable and keep the taste high is the hard part. So shout out to them estates for holding that down, bro. Shout out to you for that comment. That's real shit. When you got on the Keith Haring hoodie, or even some streetwear brands that function like artists. Like, I'm a big fan of the Hundreds and Bobby Hundreds and everything they got going over there, because they started off as artists. I know Bobby did, and he was, painting. A lot of that shit was artwork. And when you got artwork on, it hit different than when you just got on a silly ass zip up hoodie, man. But let's get back into this this Basquiat, man. I love this conversation we have, and this is dope shit, man. Beautiful Sunday night. We got a damn cold front coming down here in Nashville, and I say cold front. You niggas from the East Coast and the Midwest, that ain't cold to y'all, but nigga, it was 77 today. They talking about tomorrow it's gonna be 39, and that's cold to me. I'm sorry, that's cold. Now I'm enjoying it, but I told my girl it's time for chili. You know what I mean? At 39, let's get that turkey chili popping. It's time for some good soups. It's time for the grilled cheese type shit. It's time for cozy weather. Look, I ain't got a fireplace, nigga. That's me turning on the fireplace. I throw that goddamn fireplace on. But let's keep checking out this Basquiat. My God, this Basquiat right here is going for, or it went for, I'm gonna make it a little larger, pause. 34 million. My God. This shit's incredible though. Look at it. 34 million, another untitled. This one was made in 1981. 34 million for the Basquiat. Let's read the breakdown of this. This is fire. Of course, it has the crowns in it. Another signature motif. Now, when New York gallerist Anina Nossi first saw Basquiat's artwork in 1981, she immediately recognized his potential. She offered to buy him art supplies. Oh, I think I saw her in the documentary. If it's the white chick I know, that they talking about. She offered to buy him art supplies and use the basement of her gallery as a studio. This got to be her. It was the first time I had a place to work. It was right in the gallery, This is what Basquiat recalled. She used to bring collectors down there, so it wasn't very private. I didn't mind. I was young. It was a place to work, which I never had before. Man, I feel that shit. As a nigga who did 2 exhibits, here in Nashville, Tennessee, I did 2 exhibits. The first exhibit, I had 25 pieces. And I'm a stand-up comedian, by the way, so that might be confusing, but I also dabble in visual art just because it's the same thing, really. It's just another way to get there. I like to express myself. I got something to say. I can say it through this microphone, or I can say it. Either way, I'm painting a picture. I can paint a picture on stage with a mic, or I can paint a picture on a canvas, with a paintbrush. So anyway, I had my first exhibit, and it was 25 pieces at a spot called Julia Martin Gallery here in Nashville in the WeHo area. And that whole thing sold out. The whole exhibit sold out. I'm very proud of that because this is my first time. It was a big testament to jumping into things and practicing and not being afraid to try shit that's new in public in front of people. Because the imposter syndrome was very high when I was trying to paint. And I was thinking, who the fuck do I think I am? I don't know nothing about this. I didn't study this. They went to school where that guy sold that painting. And I just went balls to the wall and just said what I needed to say. And I was thinking, hell, I might not have the best, technical art experience. You might not be able to look at my line work and say, oh, he got this lineage. It was just pure and it was raw. But my message, I made sure my message was strong enough to hold you there. You know what I mean? And then also the technicality of my fucking painting got better too and people started respecting it. But I say all that to say I painted all that shit in my fucking small ass apartment. Cause I ain't had nowhere to go. I ain't know nothing about no fucking studios. I sure couldn't afford none. Didn't want to spend it on it for damn show. You know what I mean? So I'm cooking up this shit in my apartment. I had paint all over the floors and all over the mirrors, all over my clothes. But it got done, man. So I felt cramped, but you make it work. I had to take some to a storage unit. And then the gallery already has their storage kind of full because, she got a lot of artists there. So she didn't have spots for me there. I just had to just keep this shit. And I had some big pieces, some small, but I say all that to say having your own space as an artist is huge. even me now, like being a comedian, when I'm trying to create, I can't sit still at a coffee shop, or I can't sit still at at some desk and just write down incredible notes and shit. I can't do that. You know, I got to be moving. So I'll be walking around. I gotta be walking around, but at the same time, when I'm walking around, sometimes, you know, because I'm popping here in the Ville, you know, my city, I done came up in my city working hard and grinding, and my city loved me for that and respect me for my comedy. So when I'm walking through the streets, a lot of niggas be like, oh, Josh Black, what up? Oh, what up, fam? Good to see you. Let me get a picture type shit. And that's dope, but I can't create really, because I'm kind of in my own world locked out, and then I got to, like, come out of that world and meet you on earth and say hello, and then, you know what I mean? So having your own space is very important for artists when you have that luxury. A lot of us don't when we come up. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. This is what Basquiat was saying about the woman who I believe owns this painting or owned it. It was the first time I had a place to work, Basquiat recalled. It was right in the gallery, you know. She used to bring collectors down there, so it wasn't very private. I didn't mind. I was young. It was a place to work, which I never had before. After Basquiat completed Untitled in Nosi's gallery basement, it was quickly snapped up by a private collector who kept it for nearly 3 decades. The fresh-to-auction painting sold for $34 million at Christie's in 2014. My God, that's incredible. That is incredible. Lord have mercy. I think we saw this one before. If not, yeah, that one's going for 30. But yeah, bro, that's incredible. And it just makes me appreciate black art and Basquiat specifically, and what he's brought to the culture, what he's brought to the art world, and the inspiration he just brought to me just in general, and just to kind of be raw and just to be like, fuck it. That's just what I personally get from the work. I don't know, some other nigga might get something else. That's just what I interpret from the art is just, it feels real raw and emotional, and like Bruce said in one of these, he was talking about how immediate it is. And I've had that response to my work, which I appreciate too. It's just, I'm right at you. Some of my comedy's like that too. I try to pace it out, especially when I'm doing longer sets. But bam, bam, I like, you know what I mean? So it's inspiring me to just, you know, spill it out. I believe Jay-Z's Piece What I Do, which I don't have a picture of. I think that one, Hov bought that one for 4.5. If you just tuning in, I talked about that at the beginning of the stream. Oh, Jay-Z had a line, and it was a feature here. I think it was with Pusha T. A nigga said, I got your mansion on my wall. Are you kidding me? You know, bro, we talking that shit. Bro said, I got your mansion on my wall. Are you shitting me, nigga? That shit's 4.5. You talking about niggas' mansions is 4.5? Bro, got the Basquiat now. I think I heard Beyoncé say one time, we in this bitch turned up knocking Basquiats off the wall. Like, they just turned, man. So shout out to everybody with a Basquiat, goddamn. Let me hold one. But we vibing on this Sunday night. No alcohol tonight, man. No alcohol tonight, just water. Just water up, man. Feel like I've been sipping a little too much. And it's time to kind of reboot, water up, get more healthy. You know, drink more water, work out more, man, you know. I'm an early bird. Like, I get up mad early. And I think it was because when I was a youngin', it was just me and my mom, and she would have to go to work mad early, bro. I'm talking, I was the first nigga at school my entire life. My entire life, I'm getting to school at 5:15. The before care teacher getting there like, damn, nigga, I'm scaring her. The little before, you know, when you get to, it's like fun company before and after. Nigga like me, I was staying at before and a little bit of aftercare. Aftercare used to be jumping, though. But then I had practice. I really couldn't fuck around. But before care is for all niggas who went to school because their parents had to be at work mad early. I'm getting dropped the fuck off. And I don't know if my mom didn't trust me to catch the bus. A lot of my schools was like magnet schools or a private school or something, so wasn't no bus to get to. Then in high school, I went to Hillwood. That was a whole other thing. I went to every type of school. But anyway, I'm an early bird now because my mom would drop a nigga off at school 5:30 in the damn morning. I remember one time I went to the vending machine at Before Care. We used to play some little board game called Stratego or Stratego. I don't know how you just Stratego, cooler game. And she gonna tell me, this white lady with glasses, are you the one putting pennies in the vending machine? I said, nah, I don't even know what the fuck. No, I'm not even hungry. It's 5:30 in the fucking morning, nigga. I'm still asleep. The fuck I'm gonna do with the vending machine? I know somebody doing it, and it's just me and you in here. Well, bitch, I guess you putting pennies in there. The fuck? Who putting pennies in the machine? It's only me and you. Nigga, the fuck? Man, I fuck around and break this machine. How about now? Can't nobody use. I'm like, what the fuck, this nasty ass machine? And if so, what does that have to do with you? Adults used to kill me. I finally learned adults niggas will say something, especially white ones, with authority. They say it's so hard, you just think you bullshitting. They'll make you think, I think Chris Rock had that joke. You get pulled over by the cops, they talking so crazy, you think you committed a damn crime. Why the fuck does she want to know about the vending machine so bad? Why? If I was putting in it, okay, what happens now? Is it broken? Well, it don't accept pennies. Do you work at vendingmachine.com, bitch? What the fuck? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. The fuck? First of all, how'd you even, now that I'm grown, how'd you get the job? You're not a teacher. You're not a coach. You a nigga to get here from 5 to about 7. So anyway, I know that was just some random shit, bro. But, and it made me go on another tangent about just how many schools a nigga went to. I went to a lot of schools just because I was just mischievous. You know what I mean? I wasn't never fighting, never violent, never nothing crazy, never disrespectful. Maybe it was disrespectful, but it was just trying to entertain the class. The class got a little too boring. I had to entertain it. And that's just how it was. And I just did that until I got kicked out of just a lot of schools for, I put a tack in a teacher's desk or ball a piece of paper, throw it at somebody, blame it on somebody else, just random shit, bro. I was huge for the pranks. My boys were huge. Like, if a nigga go to the bathroom, we catch him taking a shit or something in the bathroom. First of all, that's sick and you're gross. But I gotta turn them lights off. And I gotta turn them off pitch black. And most niggas were scared back then. I remember we was really afraid to say Candyman in the mirror 3 times. Y'all remember that back in the day? Candyman, you was a crazy nigga. We used to have this one crazy nigga do that. I was like, bro, go in there and do it. And we'd close the door and flick the lights, and he'll say Candyman in the mirror 3 times. I remember thinking that we finna kill this man. Why would he say that? But he was wild, and he always would. But anyway, that was school. And then I finally went to a public high school. I went to like public schools in middle school, then private schools, then white private schools, and black private schools. I went to all kind of schools. Finally, I made it to Hillwood High School, which was a public high school in Nashville, Tennessee. First day of school, they had a riot between the GDs and the Crips. A nigga got his grill kicked in his gums. I said, now this is entertainment. I don't think I got in trouble ever at Hillwood. I mean, I finally eventually got, accustomed to everything going on and started getting in trouble again for the same thing. But initially, I remember thinking, damn, I don't have to entertain here because this is incredible. You know what I mean? It's like that guy has a gun. They're fighting. She's pregnant. That dude's on pills. The white boys are wrestling and they choking each other out. I mean, it was crazy in there. I know a girl that faked a pregnancy for 9 months into my high school. Cool chick, too. To this day, she cool as hell, but I remember she faked it for 9 months. There's a lot of shit going on back then, my nigga. It was just wow. I remember the worst thing I used to hate, though, was when they would give me PE first period. Because you go to PE first period, and as soon as you walk in that gym, a nigga will say, you garbage as hell. And as soon as you say that, I got to take off everything. You got me fucked up, nigga. Who garbage, nigga? Who? Now I got to lace up. And I'm hooping my ass off all day, so now I ain't taking no shower in public. I ain't have one of them schools where you just take showers at. Hell no. I don't know what niggas on around here. And it's just gross. The school is gross. You know what I mean? I guess it was a nice school technically, a nice public school as nice as it can be, but I'm not showering. I don't even like showering at the Y. It feels too much like jail. And I've never even been to jail, but I've seen the movies and it feels like that. And I don't like my wet feet. You know what I mean? So I would hate playing basketball first period. We hooping our ass off, and now we got second period, third period, fourth period, and you And axe can't save you, my nigga. We used to think it could. But axe cannot save you, fam. And that's just what that is, bro. Hillwood High School was wild. I went to MLK, which was a I don't know if y'all have magnet schools all over the country. We got magnet schools here in Tennessee, in Nashville. It's like they just give you a whole lot of fucking homework, and they talking about it's a college prep. Nigga, we had a backpack so damn big, we look like turtles walking in there. I think they got iPads and shit now, thank God, because we all gonna have back problems just from the damn backpacks a nigga used to have to roll around with. We have to have so much fucking homework, and they asked me next morning, you do your homework? Of course I did, nigga. The fuck? We had 12 essays. I'm not doing it, bro. And then one time I came into school, nigga, I came in MLK, and the guidance counselor was getting arrested in the middle of school. I said, what the fuck, bro, I do? He said, man, he was smashing one of our classmates. And it's fucked up, but he walked him out of there. They walked him out of there. They said he was smashing one of our classmates, man. And back then, I didn't realize how absurd that was. My mom and them knew. They were crying. They were mad. Who you son of a bitch? And I was thinking, she's bad. What do you mean? Everybody's so mad at him? But then I'm grown now. I realized I was 14 then. She was supposed to be bad to me, nigga. I was 14. That nigga was probably 40. Sick bastard. We should have beat his ass. But it is what it is, bro. That's part of school. And I'm gonna leave that alone. I think the principal should have got jammed too. That nigga was looking at them girls the same way. They never caught him doing that. I ain't gonna say his name because he still might be a principal. But yeah, he would hug him a little too long too. You know who you are. I hope you tuned in, you sick bastard. He was always cool to me. So it ain't like I ain't trying to disrespect you, brother, but and I'm gonna tell you one more. We're gonna get back to the art world, but y'all tell me if I'm bullshitting. I went to MLK High School, and I hate to do it to him, but it's just what it is. I went to MLK High School, and we had a basketball coach. I played basketball. I love basketball. And I had this coach, and this nigga, it's going to sound like I'm making this up, but he was such a arrogant man because he had won a state championship recently. And that's hard to come by in Nashville and Tennessee, period, because the Memphis boys be hooping. That's all they got down there. They ain't got tourism and all this fun shit to be happening in the city and all this money. Ain't no money down there. Ain't nothing to do but hoop and try to make it out the hood. So this niggas was really hooping down there, for real, for real. You go down there, hoop with a nigga, he 11 years old with a permanent grill and a 14-year-old child, and he got to hoop and win this game to feed his family. He's 11 with a 14-year-old, and he has to feed his family. That nigga got a different level of hunger when he hoop than a nigga that just go home and play the game. He grown, really. He 11, but he grown. So to be able to, go city to city and win, and then be able to win state championship, to win a state championship was huge. And he had all this prestige and all this esteem. He was held in such high regard for being an incredible coach. But the reality is he had a nigga on the team who was putting up 50 a game. That nigga was a horrible coach, if you ask me. He wasn't shit. Who couldn't win a chase championship when you got a freaking machine putting up 50? His name was Nicky Arenzi, was the nigga that hooped. You ain't never heard of him because I guess he didn't, or maybe you do heard of him. I don't know. I ain't gonna disrespect that nigga. I never met the nigga. I just heard the nigga name every day, so I started hating him. Because this nigga, y'all ain't Nicky Arenzi. Nicky Arenzi with all that, man, nigga, fuck all that, bro. But he was so arrogant. I remember our parents said, hey, the team shoes you're making us pay for are too expensive. He said, all right, now they're getting Chucks. We had to play in Chuck Taylors. Play the sport of basketball in Chuck Taylors like I'm Dr. fucking J, because he trying to prove a point. Then there'll be sometimes in the game, because there wasn't no shot clock, bro, he just hold the ball. He would tell us, if you shoot, I'm taking you off the team. He just hold the ball. The whole game, the end of the game, bro, it's 10-9. That's the score in a basketball game. The cheerleaders leaving, all the girls leaving, everybody leaving. It ain't even no real game, and he just doing this. And if somebody tries to come take the ball, we pass it. And then we were prepared to do this. Practice day in and day out. We practicing how to hold the ball. I'm like, this nigga's a bitch. We're all trying to make it to the pros. We're all trying to go to college and make something of ourselves. And this nigga is playing these little games to get in the newspaper and shit. Fuck this nigga. And everybody to this day is considering him, he's one of the greatest coaches they ever met. Fuck, what the hell? This nigga's horrible. Type of nigga is this? And he only did that at the magnet schools. When I went to Hillwood High School, a public school, I realized you can only do that with the magnet school students. Them niggas from out in North Nashville would have beat the shit out of coach doing all that bullshit. Can't shoot the ball. How about I choke the shit out of you? My nigga Mike G, he made the team. 2 weeks later, he was choking out Coach Brown. He was choking him out. He was choking him lifeless. And Coach Brown got up out of it and hit that nigga in his jaw. This white man, about 40 years old, with a family and a picket fence. He fighting a young nigga from North Nashville. I had to respect him. And he didn't even snitch. He didn't, normally white folks, if a student is choking you out and you're a teacher, he happened to be a coach, but he was a teacher, normally they called him the cops. That nigga fought him. I said, man, Coach Brown crazy. Because Mike G 6'6". And a whole blood. And at the height of blood gang activity in 05. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When one blood was out, the game was out. It was just gang city. That gang world used to be, Lord have mercy. It was so enticing as a young nigga. We would, ooh, damn. But it was always ugly when you see a nigga get his ass beat in the club on some gang shit, wasn't it? And we'd all be seeing it, especially if it's I remember I seen a nigga get whooped to Lovers and Friends. Ooh, my God. Doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. And they just beating his ass. And it's something about it, man. It's just sad seeing a nigga get his ass beat. And he trying to grab, he look at you and reach for you. And they look, you know this nigga? I'm like, I don't know the nigga. I don't do your thing to him. I know that's fucked up. That's just what it is. Oh, I ain't even see your comment here, bro. Thank y'all for tapping in, man. Rather I'm about to read the comment, but if you tapping in just now, man, we done went over Basquiat paintings. I'm about to go back through and we're gonna discuss the most expensive one that we had. But we talked about, go back to the beginning of the stream. We broke down all of his most recent his Basquiat's estate's most recent sales and purchases of the pieces. I think we went through about 12, 13 of them. So check the beginning of the stream. We're going to go back through and comb through and play with it a little bit. But shout out to everybody peeping the stream, man. We live streaming every night, 5 nights a week at least. Sometimes I'm going to give you 2 a day, depending on what the vibe is. No celebrity gossip. You know what I mean? I ain't shitting on comedians. We ain't doing messy shit. No hard, extra ass, propaganda ass politics, man. We just vibing, bro. Because at the end of the day, sometimes a nigga get tired of looking at that shit, bro. I know I do. And I want to give something different to the game. So when you come on my live stream, I want to laugh. I want to maybe learn something. You know what I mean? Fuck with each other, vibe out, and just have good energy, man. It's something that you can, go to sleep vibing to. You know what I mean? To wake up vibing to and just feeling cool and cultural, if you will. I don't, some of this should be funny and it be cool, but it's cheap, or you feel dirty afterwards, or you feel angry afterwards, or mean afterwards. I want y'all niggas just to feel good and smooth. You feel me? Like a nice joint of indica or something. You should do a poster and fill it. Hold on. You should do a poster and flip it, or different cities. Simply place 2 boxes at the bottom and make it a numbered. Oh no, for sure. For sure. That's a good idea, bro. But definitely. Because I started doing visual art and I started selling at my exhibit, once I sold all my pieces, we also had prints and all the prints sold. I had hoodies and the hoodies sold. I knew at that point my merch was going to be different. I'm like, from here on out, I'm adding art into my merch. I'm adding art into my flyers. I'm adding art into my thumbnails. The skill of art and having that vision and understanding that I have a talent with colors and symmetrical images is something that art taught me that I didn't realize I had, and now I'm definitely going to use that in my merch. I've done markets already doing, you know what I mean? That's how I got started initially, trying to make money off of little prints and shit. So definitely doing some one-of-one prints, some one-of-one pieces and some prints of them for sure. And they're going to be hilarious. Like my next exhibition is going to be hilarious. I think I'm doing it in February. I don't know. I think I want to I always say I want to, I'm starting acting now. I'm doing a lot more sketches. Also, we dropping another sketch this week. We doing another Man on the Street video this week. We cooking on my YouTube channel at Sir Joshua Black. Please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to make sure we in the algorithm popping, because we here every day and we grind and we in the building. We also had to do a little roast of Batman today. So if you were a Batman fan, I'm sorry, we're going to have to break you down today. And like I said, I know y'all have been getting slander over the years as Batman fans, and you should have, bro, because that shit, he just ain't, he's not, outside of the fact that we know he's having sex with Robin, outside of that, we know that they are together. And I don't know if Batman has a girl. Who's that girl that is he dating? I don't know. I know he does the little fake I'm dating, but nigga, you're messing with Robin. And I thought he was messing with the butler, Alfred, honestly. But yeah, I'm not feeling Batman. He's no Black Panther. He's no Flash. And Flash is old school. Flash don't get the movies, I don't feel like. Do they have Flash movies? That was a nigga I was always blown away by. Niggas was sleeping on, like, Wolverine cool because he looked cool. He got the fist with the knives and shit in it. Everybody want that. Everybody had I used to put pencils and shit in my, you know what I mean? And I used to love, Wolverine. Y'all remember playing thumps? Like you gotta hold your hand like that, and then a nigga, y'all remember that? I remember that. I used to hate thumps, but what I could do, I think this was called Chinese thumps, where your hands was flat, and you had to do this. I would tear a nigga ass up in that. I know that's random as fuck, but I could, like, in the regular thumps, I would hate that because it would always hurt, and I ain't really fuck with that. Like I didn't fuck with Chinese finger, the little finger trap. That I didn't like that because I get stuck and get paranoid. But yeah, just I don't know, bro. Thumps, it took me back to a place, bro. But back to Batman. He's not that man. He's not like the fits. I remember when Travis Scott went viral for that Batman fit, and I knew then. I was like, and that was dope, honestly, because he had the matching goddamn. I don't know if that was a Jeep or a Benz. I don't remember, nigga. I ain't no car nigga, but I don't know, bro. Having a nigga with $1 billion that just wants to ride around the hood, find criminals, arrest them, fight them, nigga. Why ain't you on no island sipping a pina colada somewhere, homie? Why are you stressed, and why do you talk like that? I don't think Batman smokes. So why does he talk like? What's all that about? I'm not finna talk to no nigga to talk like that. If I say, hey, what up, bro? Unless you got one of them things on you like that right there, and you doing, you know what I mean? If you got one of them things on you like this, oh, you know what I mean? I do some shit like that. But I'm not finna talk to no man. What kind of nigga is that? That man is crazy overrated. He's crazy mid. One day we can matter of fact, sometime this week maybe we'll break down and rank supervillains. Maybe after Halloween. When is Halloween? Tuesday? I guess so. I got a question. A nigga brought to my attention for how I don't know what the etiquette is for this. Because I know we celebrated this year before Halloween, because Halloween's on a Tuesday, and everybody kind of kicked it in, and all the parties were on Saturday before, My question is, if Halloween's on a Tuesday, next year Halloween's on a Thursday, and I guess my question is, bro, when is the party? Do you party on that Saturday before? Because you can't do a Halloween party in November, can you? That hell no, bro. Somebody was like, yeah, just do it in November. I'm like, that don't feel right. You know what I mean? Halloween in November don't feel right. Somebody talk to me in that chat, bro. Halloween in November, you know what I mean? If Halloween is on a Thursday, when do you celebrate? If you ask me, go on get it popping on Thursday and call out Friday, if you ask me. Let's just go on get it popping on Thursday. You feel me? Because I don't know if I'm comfortable going to a Halloween celebration November 3rd, November 1st. November is time. The Halloween shit is fuck out of here. It's time for cheese, tomatoes, ham, graham, turkey, bacon. It's time for Thanksgiving talk. It's time for Thanksgiving. It's time for football. It's America, homie. I don't once November hit, fuck out of here with all that. We pulling them coats out type shit. Also, I'm gonna be in Chicago January 24th at zanies.chicago.com. 7 o'clock show. Make sure you get your tickets. I'm in the building. But the question is, what the fuck do I wear in January in Chicago, nigga? What do I wear? I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared of that. I lived in Maine. Also, shout out to the people in Livingston. Is it Livingston, Lewiston? The people in Maine dealing with that piece of shit mass shooter that ended up taking his own worthless piece of shit life later, but killing all those innocent people. You piece of shit. Peace to their family. Love to y'all, man. We sending healing energy y'all's way, man. And may their memories last forever. Long live the legacy of those people in Maine, man. Long live Maine. I was in Maine and I lived there for a while. I don't know if I told y'all that before or not. But I was my mom was a travel nurse, and when I was younger, like she wanted me to help her move into Maine. She was like, "Hey, I'm going." She was by herself. She was like, "Hey, can I move into Maine? Can you help me move in?" And I go in, and I'd never been to Maine before. I'd never been above. Really, I'd never been out the South. I don't think. I think I've been to a few vacations, Bahamas, Cancun type shit, and I think I'd been to Arizona on some random shit. But I'd never been nowhere outside the South. I go to Maine in the summer. I think it was maybe June, July. The weather was perfect. It was so clean. So fucking clean. I was in York, Maine, the bottom, down there by UNH. The people were so cool, and it was by a beach. I was like, oh, there's a beach out here? And I realized I'm all the way on the East Coast to the point where that's the Atlantic Ocean now. I'm like, fuck, that's the, damn. So once I got there, I'm like, actually, nigga, I'm staying. You know what I mean? I'm like, so I stayed all summer and just vibed out. Damn, what was the point of that? I was telling you about that for something, shit. The weather in Maine, the people in Maine. I think that shooter just threw me. Fuck, nigga, I forgot the point of that shit. But anyway, yeah, the Maine was dope. I tell you that, goddamn. And I remember trying to find a job out there because I was like, I love it out here. I came up there and we came when we landed at her house. It was dark. I couldn't see shit. But we woke up that next morning. And I went outside, and I could smell a beach. And I'm like, is that water? You know, you can smell like a lot of water. And I was like, we're in Maine, though. I didn't think they had no beach. I was like, what the fuck is it? I said, I'm staying. I'm kicking it. I found somebody. I was doing music at the time. I found somebody who was a songwriter, and he had a studio for cheap. He said, I can get in there. This nigga make beats. I said, I got my homies. I found a little job. When I was trying to find a job, though, I went to a little outlet mall. And I'm like, I'm going to just go through here, and I'm going to just fill out an application for all of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm going to just find an application and just fill that shit out. Nigga, I go to Journeys. It was an Old Navy. I fill out all these motherfuckers. They take me to, I think I might have said this on the stream too. Maybe not. I don't think I ever mentioned Maine, but nigga, I go to, was it Journeys? It was Zoomies. Zoomies it was my first time ever seeing a Zoomies. It was back in the day. I go on a Zoomies and it's this huge gay black dude, and then he was like, hey, man. I said, hey, I'm trying to work. He said, oh, okay, cool. Come in for an interview tomorrow. And I'm like, damn, I ain't even got to fill out an application. He said, well, just bring the application with you. I said, oh, hell yeah. I go on the application, and he was like, man, I really liked you when you came in, and he's gay, so that was a little strange. But I was like, whatever, nigga. Maybe he just thought he liked my vibe, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right. I gave him an application. He said, all right, man, well, sell me this pen. And I was, nigga, 18, 19, 20 or something. Nigga, I was like, what, sell you this pen? What? Don't you hate that bullshit? You ever been to damn interview niggas talking about, I'm like, nigga, this is Zoomies. Why are we even, when I look back at it, nigga, sell a pen? I ain't never been in Zoomies and a nigga sold me a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? What are we doing? Sell me this pen. I said some dumb shit. I'm like, oh, yeah, the pen is blue. I said, bro, I don't, you know what I mean? I can't do this shit. He said, well, man, it's all right, man. When you meet he said, I want you to meet my boss, the manager. She's so cool. Like, when she gets here, you're going to really like her, and she's going to really be the deciding factor of whether you get the job or not. And I said, okay, bet. And I got there the next day, and then this short white guy was there. He's like a blonde, older dude, maybe 60. And he said, hey, I'm James. I said, hey. And then the black gay dude said, this is the girl I was telling you about. This is a man with a beard. And I said, oh, okay. And then I looked back, and then it was two other people that worked that day, and then both of them were like flamboyantly super gay. And I was like, oh, I think this is a super gay space, which is cool. But this is before pronouns now. So I'd never heard of a nigga with a beard being called. I'd never heard that. That threw me. I was like, oh, okay. And then he said, can you sell me a pen? He asked me again, can you sell me this pen? I said, I got to be honest with you, my nigga. I don't sell pens. I don't know how to sell pens. And I'm not gay. So do you still want me to work here? And they was like, actually, nah, you can go ahead and go. And I just dipped. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Maybe I walked in and they said, oh, we got a gay nigga. And I was like, nah, ain't. It was like, if you're not gay, get the fuck out of here. And I just got to respect that, bro, because I get it. You know what I mean? As a nigga that's been a part of a group that's been, oppressed to a degree. And I'm not trying to, I say to a degree, meaning I'm not trying to compare oppression. But I'm saying as a group that's been, oppressed, sometimes you just want to be around your people. You know what I mean? Like it's like sometimes I just want to be around black folk right now. I just want to be around black folk right now, and that's just what it's gonna be. And sometimes that's at work. If I get the luxury of being a hiring manager, sometimes you just say I want to hire black folk, and I just want them black folk to be comfortable. So I understand if a gay nigga like, man, if you ain't gay, you can't work here, nigga. I know Zoomies ain't gay, but I'm working and I'm gay, and that's just what it's gonna be. And I had to respect that, bro. But anyway, this has been a excellent stream. Thank y'all so much. I'm Joshua Black, man. Make sure y'all tune in every night of the week. We are going live, man. So tune in. We are in the building. I'm comedian Josh Black. Check out my shorts. Go to the rest of the channel. Check out my shorts. Check out my sketches on the video. We here every night. It ain't just live streams. We got comedy sketches. We got stand-up comedy. And we got some hilarious shorts and challenges. So check out the channel at Sir Joshua Black. At Comedy Country Podcast is my new podcast with my comedian co-host Connor Larson. We're killing this shit every week. New guest host. Sometimes it's a comedian. Sometimes it's a random person like a dog trainer or a damn pilot or a stripper or a homeless person. We're bringing in random people on this podcast every week. So go over and check out at Comedy Country Podcast. Me personally, you got to check out my TikTok. Well, hell, the podcast too. But on my TikTok, I'm 500,000 followers. Let's get to 1 million by the end of 2024. So I need you to go to TikTok, follow me, hit that like, subscribe right now. Put the notifications on so you can know when we live and you can tune in with us. I am your boy Joshua Black. Thank y'all so much. I'm out. Peace.